taught to walk with a purpose. Though he carried himself heavily, leaning forward as the pavement pulled him on. He'd always been taught that cleanliness was next to godliness. But those were different times. He was older now, and now he wore the skin on his hands like surgeon's gloves. He stood tall, about 6'2", but he barely stood at all, always walking, fixed on an objective that seemed buried just out of sight. Though he no longer knew where he was walking to, it occurred to him that his own 2 feet might not be strong enough to carry him all the way back. This was a most disconcerting thought, and a new plan of action was paramount. Though he never broke his pace, he'd always been taught to walk for purpose. In time, his eyes took up the ghastly habit of looking where they ought not to the badgers in the junkyard as they plot the revolution, looking out for fear of being caught, to the piles of clothes that lay in their millions in the streets, still warm, barely used. They must have been the containers of some long-devoured goods. To the wax figures that sat in every passing house, head forward, legs crossed, in their lawn chairs, smiling at the sunset. He thought to himself that if he just tried hard enough, he might become part of the ground that supported him. Like all the other unnoticed individuals he saw float past him, all walking, head forward, to some unknown future that waited for them. They'd all been like him at some point in time. They'd all been taught to walk for purpose until ties that bound them broke form. With that in mind, Henry walked, one sure foot in front of another. He'd always been taught to walk with a purpose. see her when she's walking down the street. What's your name? Did you see what I just seen? Oh no, I never thought that you could be so mean. Out there, talking in the backseat, I think this conversation's kill those sounds that I had. Talking, you talk around me all night. Your voice is just a sound